The mission for today is to take the Viking Air CL-415 and water bomb the Eaton Fire in LA. This twin-engine turboprop water bomber was only available as a pre-order bonus for Flight Simulator 2024. I'm going to be taking off from Big Bear Lake, and I'm going to be flying straight over to Pasadena, and the water is going to be dropped over here in this area where the fire is at. I'm going to go over controls that are set up specifically for the CL-415 to do water bombing. First, you need to set probe's control toggle, and that sets it to go down to pick up the water and then back up again, and then toggle water drop door, which is you pull that to release the water. Okay, I'm going to take off from the runway and just hop right into the lake and scoop up some water, and then I will be off to the fire. Big Bear Lake is very long and narrow, which is great for scooping up water with a bigger plane like this. You can see in the external view when you get your tank filled. It takes a 12-second run on the water to fill up the cargo hold at 70 knots. To scoop up water, the aircraft requires 1,340 meters or 4,400 feet of length after a descent from 49 feet of altitude. My rotation speed is around 90 to 100 knots, so it takes some acceleration to get up to speed. I rotated early, but after reviewing the video, it lifts up at 90 knots. It scoops up a load of 6,137 liters, or 1,621 gallons of water. A full load is 13,500 pounds. Now it is time to lift back up into the air. The best way to go is departing through the valley ahead. Big Bear City is at 6,752 feet above sea level. The Viking Air CL-415 is an aerial firefighting vehicle that was introduced in 1994. It goes by the nickname of Super Scooper, which sounds about perfect for delivering extra ice cream to your ice cream cone. It also performs other roles like search and rescue and utility transport. The design is based on being a successor to the CL-215T. The plane is powered by two Pratt & Whitney PW123AF engines capable of producing 1,775 kilowatts each. If you are familiar with the Twin Otter, these engines make about 4 times as much power as the PT-6A-27 engines equipped on those aircraft. For another comparison, the Cessna 408 Sky Courier is a new twin-engine turboprop that is about the same size as the Twin Otter. It is a plane with a lot of grunt because it packs twice as much power in its modernized airframe, but is still little compared to the Super Scooper. This plane is most comparable to the ATR-42, but since it is a seaplane design, the handling isn't nearly as nimble. The takeoff distance is 2,569 feet on land and 2,671 feet in water. That's about half a mile. The cargo capacity is 2,903 kilograms or 6,400 pounds, but the weight of the load of water it can carry is significantly higher. It can also be configured to carry 18 paratroopers. The United States has a fleet of 10 of these planes. The operators are Los Angeles County Fire Department, San Diego County, United States Forest Service, and Bridger Aerospace. Canada operates a fleet of 64 planes. When the plane is full, the climb rate slows down a lot, but we can finally see a view over the mountains. Now we are at the midpoint of the trip. It takes about an hour to fly all the way to Pasadena and back. You can see that Los Angeles is really hazy off in the distance. A lot of California is a desert, and these places don't get more than an inch of rain a year. I'm looking for a nice spot along the ridgeline to drop my payload, and this is like the upper boundary of the fire, so I'm going to try to target it right here. The Rose Bowl Stadium down at the bottom of the hills is being used as a staging area for the firefighting forces. There isn't anybody in the game telling you where to put your water bombs, but I'm just making an educated guess based on what I've seen on the maps. Okay, here goes the water. You need to have a lot of trim to be able to carry the water, and once the load drops, the plane really starts shooting up. And now it's time for the landing. One thing about this plane is it's really big and chunky. It's like a lot bulkier than even an ATR, and so it needs some space to maneuver around to line up to the runway. Some interesting facts about Big Bear City is its population is 12,738 people. The runway at the airport is 5,850 feet long, And it was named after all the black bears that lived around there, but they all moved to Big Bear Valley. My plane really didn't like doing that sharp of a turn. And we made it safely back to Big Bear Lake. Time to stop and refuel and drop some more water. And this concludes our mission with the Viking Air CL415 Super Scooper. You can subscribe to Tasty Sandwiches for more aviation videos.